Well, Dana, as you can imagine, we're all trying to make sense of what happened after the fight. Right now, just in your words, can you tell us what you saw, what did happen, what unfolded after everything?
Yeah, so I saw one of Conor's guys yelling at Khabib, and Khabib ran and jumped over the octagon, and you know, went after him. Then eventually, two of Khabib's guys got into the octagon, and one guy hit Conor with some shots and from behind, and then that's it. That's what I've seen. I haven't looked. The Nevada State Athletic Commission pulled the footage from us, and you know, there's an investigation going on. They are withholding Khabib's purse. They are not withholding Conor McGregor's. They looked at the footage and felt that there was no need to withhold his purse, so they gave him his, and they're keeping Khabib's.
With that in mind, I mean, we didn't see the belt put on Khabib tonight. Is he still currently right now the champion, or is that something you're reviewing as well?
Yeah, no, listen, being in there in the middle of this thing when it was going on, I felt that I have to start worrying about the fans and people that are inside the arena, media, the guys that are, you know, that are there watching the fight. And I felt that if we put the belt on him in the middle of the octagon, it was going to rain. And I thought that people would throw whatever they had into the octagon, and I thought it would be a dangerous situation, so I didn't do it. I said, we're going to be lucky just getting him out of here without him getting pelted. So that's what we try to do.
You mentioned the Athletic Commission, but we saw Las Vegas Metro involved as well. I'm sure it's still kind of unfolding right now, but are you aware of any legal implications, any charges that are being filed against Khabib, his teammates?
The way that works is Conor was one of the guys who was attacked and things like that. Conor refused to press charges. So the guys that they did have, they've released. There were 3 guys from Khabib's team arrested. I think they were from Khabib's team, I don't know, that were arrested, and they were released because Conor didn't want to press charges.
How about for you internally? I mean, it looked like 2 of the guys that got in there, we believe were on the roster. I mean, Islam Makhachev and Zubair Tukhugov. Would you take sanctions against him or Khabib?
Of course. The guys who jumped in will never fight here. They'll never fight here. And listen, I've been working hard for 18 years to build the sport, and many of you I know there's a lot of media here tonight, and some of you, this is your first event. I can promise you this is not what a mixed martial arts event is normally like. It was too eerie. I kept saying, this is too crazy, man. Everybody made weight, everything's so smooth, everything's this and that. We took all the right precautions, you know. Those of you that have been to many events too, you've never seen this many Metro police officers in the building, and you know, security was unbelievable. We had meetings. I think the last meeting we had with both teams was during the OSP Reyes fight. We did another meeting with them on what's going to happen, and this is the way I was going into the octagon, and nobody else until, you know, I felt like we had control, and I would determine who could come in and who couldn't. And everybody signed off, and everybody was cool, you know, but I don't know. Nobody saw Khabib diving over the, you know, he scaled that thing like he was a parkour guy. It happened so fast, you know. The police did what they could do, and the security. But they did a great job of containing it. Because I know, listen, I was at the Tyson Holyfield fight when that thing was crazy. It just spilled out into the crowd, then it spilled out into the casino, and it just seemed like it wouldn't stop. And when it started, that's all. I had visions of that because I was there. It was fucking scary, and they did a great job of containing it because usually that stuff spreads like a wildfire. So props to them and thanks to them.
Danny, I know you always tell, you know, us that you never tell guys what to say or what not to say or how to hype a fight or whatever, but this thing was so emotionally, politically, you know, charged in the build-up to it. After this happened, is there any regret that maybe you allowed it to go on or didn't step in?
This isn't the last time. This isn't the last time guys are going to say mean things to each other. It's the fight business, you know? It's the fight game. It's how it works. So Listen, people have been saying mean things to each other for 18 years here at the UFC. Nothing like this has ever happened.
Yeah. And last thing for me, Dan, I appreciate you talking about this. You know, a rematch between those two seems both incredibly lucrative and also incredibly scary, you know, with what would happen. So give us an idea kind of where you stand. I mean, should these guys run it back, or is that an awful idea for the UFC?
We have to see what happens with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I mean, not just the commission. I mean, there's going to be fines. There's going to be God knows what, you know. Can these guys get visas and get back in the country? You know what I mean? And I mean Khabib. We'll see how this thing plays out. And, you know, like I was saying, been doing this for 18 years, and the biggest night ever, and I couldn't be more disappointed. You know me, I'm usually mad at everything, you know, but I'm not even mad. I'm just really disappointed.
Dana, you said that the bus incident was disgusting. The press conference was the darkest press conference ever. Today you're disappointed. Do you regret using the bus footage, which kind of incensed Conor? I mean, looking back to kind of how it ended up right now, would you do the same again?
I would.
Okay.
It's part of the story.
Yeah. Where's Khabib? Where's Khabib right now?
He's here.
Is Khabib? Are we going to be able to talk to him, or do you know?
I think so. Is he? Yeah, he'll be here.
Okay. Did you get a chance to talk to Conor after the whole incident, and kind of what's his mind frame after the fight, and also
he didn't
afterwards?
care. He didn't care about the fight. Meaning the fight after. He was more concerned about the fight. The fight.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Listen, man, I'm upset. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. You know, we don't like each other. Whatever. It happened." He didn't even press charges. You know, he doesn't like Khabib and the whole deal, but he didn't even press charges against him and his team. He doesn't care about that. He cares that he lost the fight.
Have you talked to Khabib? Right?
I have not.
Okay. Thank you.
What did he say to you in the octagon?
Who?
Habib, I saw you talking to him in the octagon.
Yeah. So Khabib, I said, he said, put my belt on me. And I said, no, we're not going to put the belt on you, because I think that the fans are going to go crazy and they're going to throw stuff in here. He says, I don't care. I'm ready for this. I said, yeah, well, the other 20,000 people that are sitting here and paid for tickets aren't ready for this. You know what I mean? And he said, if I have to be arrested, then I have to be arrested, but I want my belt put on me. And then finally, Cormier and Rockhold did a great job of helping contain, the situation and get him out of there.
Was it a bad thing from the standpoint, everybody's talking, nobody was mad, there wasn't any fans who were saying, I'll never watch UFC again, they're talking, when are these guys going to fight again? So is it a bad thing or is it a good thing?
No, it's definitely not a good thing. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm taking it harder than most people would, because this, I don't know, it's just not who we are. It's not what we do. You guys know, you've been to a million events, man. It's not what we're about. This isn't what we do. This isn't how we act. And, it's unfortunate that the night that the most people are watching, this shit show goes on that happened.
Do you feel, Dana, if you had taken action after the bus incident, like the legal process took place, but you were adamant you weren't going to do anything, had you suspended Conor for X period of time, that you don't think that would have had any deterrent impact?
Had nothing to do with that. He wasn't coming back and saying he wants to jump over the fence because we didn't suspend Conor. Jumped over the fence because Conor's guy was talking shit to him. Guys don't give a shit about suspensions and stuff like this. This is so much bigger than that to these guys. This is some street shit that's going on here. This isn't sport. It's completely different. The suspensions and whatever, none of that stuff matters.
Can I ask you a question?
And a suspension might have pissed him off even more, because Khabib wanted to fight him. Habib wanted to fight him as soon as it was possible. So me going out and suspending Conor definitely doesn't do that for him.
Over here, Dana, obvious, just over here. So is it 100% certain that Khabib will not be stripped of the title after what happened tonight?
No, it's not 100%. Khabib has, the thing is, we're regulated by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, or whatever state we're in, right? The Nevada State Athletic Commission is going to go after him, I'm sure, pretty hard. He doesn't have to worry about me right now. He has to worry about Nevada. The governor was here tonight. The governor went running out of the building. That's not good. Governor running out of the building isn't good. he's in trouble.